Happy
I'm
birthday
59.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Andile. So many people, they do everything except go out there, look for a house to sell, and sell it. So, hey, welcome to Icon Property Group TV. Icon Property Group is a South African-based real estate company, and we are based out in Cape Town, South Africa. And we also have an office in Portugal, in Lisbon. We specialize in the marketing and selling of residential properties. So today I am very fortunate to have Courtney with me, Courtney from our head office, as well as Andile, and he's out in the Western Seaboard in Parklands, and we'll be talking real estate today. And both of them are with the company, and we've decided to put them together and ask them a few questions. So right over to Courtney, just to introduce yourself a little bit to the audience.
Hi, so my name is Courtney. I'm 19 years old and I work as a real estate agent at Icon Property Group. I'm the youngest in the company and I love working with people and just learning about the industry.
That's amazing. I mean, Courtney's so young, but yet you decided to come into this industry. You could have been anything else, but why this industry?
I think it's so interesting and you learn so much in real estate. I mean, people have this perception that real estate is easy and I like the challenge.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, Andile, tell the audience a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what brought you into the Icon Property Group brand.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andile Sigasana, born and bred in Cape Town. I've been before in the real estate space with other renowned real estate agencies. However, I've been in a break for about 6 years in the property space. And then I had been looking to go back into the property business. And then I saw an ad whereby Icon Property Group was recruiting. Honestly speaking, you know, when you follow your sixth sense, the minute I saw Gary marketing the Icon Property brand, I was like, okay, this is a sign. So yeah, from that one, everything else is history. I'm here now and I'm settling in, and it's a very profound, exceptional brand to be among the team Icon Property space. Thank you, Gary.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Courtney, back to you. I mean, how has your journey been since you started to now at the Icon Property Group brand within the sector? How has your journey been? Share with us.
So after matriculating in 2023, I took a gap year and I just needed to figure out what I wanted to do. During that time, I helped my father start up his business, and that just gave me some insight as to what it is, because he's also a salesman. Into, you know, it ties in so well with real estate because it's sales. I met with Gary, and that's how it all started. It has not been what I thought it would be. It's definitely has its challenges, and I mean, we're still growing and we're still learning every day.
So you said your dad's in sales. So did you take after your dad?
Yes, not really. I always wanted to be in real estate because I always found it interesting, and I always wanted to know what it's about.
What has been interesting about it? Because I mean, the audience is watching. They don't know you from a bar soap. What is so interesting about real estate?
From lawyers to houses to this and that, there's so much people that you work with, the bond originators, the conveyancers. You learn so much from each person, and I think that is interesting.
All right, exactly. Andile,
Yes.
you've been with the company only for a couple of months. How has your journey been with Icon? I mean, you were an author, you were father, you were husband, you were friend, you were a community builder. But let's talk specifically real estate. Why Icon? Why not one of the other big five. I mean, you live in Parklands. It's filled with hundreds, if not thousands, of agents. Why not just join a local yokel in Parklands and be part of one of the big guys?
Okay. Real estate on its own, it's about selling and buying of property. I have to say, for the very first time in the property space, it's where I could really mingle the sense and the commitment that an agent is expected to the buyer or the seller. At Icon Property Group, I had to learn that selling and buying is not just a business. It's a relationship you build with your clients. And that sticks forever for me in a different way. And taking from experience how I've been dealing with the clients previously in terms of product knowledge and the brand itself, it's a total new game with Icon Properties, and the excitement is being energized in more than ever before, because at Icon we offer a combination of personal fulfillment, financial rewards as well, and the opportunities to grow and develop. However, as I was saying earlier on, it's not only about selling and buying, it's the relationship that we create in that space of delivering what is expected of us as agents.
I mean, I'm going to just latch on to Andile there quickly. I mean, many people have told me I'm not an easy person to work with. Some have described me as extremely vulgar. Some have described me as extremely difficult. Hey, pick your words, But how would you describe working with me, Andile? And I mean, be honest, don't hold back, because one thing I don't like is in the industry, or most industries, people, they put forward this beautiful demeanor, and then meanwhile back on the ranch, so be honest.
First and foremost, I must say your leadership has changed my perspective in a real estate agent. Agreeingly with what you have just said about yourself, that you are a workaholic, blah, 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 blah. But however, you walk the talk. What do you teach us to do? You are not just a preacher, you practice it yourself. You are an alcoholic. I don't know where you get your energy. However, there's a saying, it's very important what you want to say and how to say it. And I must say, Icon Property Group is not for the faint-hearted. You have to buckle up. You have to put on your safety belt, because at the end of the day, it's all about authenticity of us as agents to be committed to what we've been called here to do. We are not here to socialize. We are here to to provide service, and also to make sure that the company gains profit, is profitable, is productive. That goes for both the agents and the company itself. So, well, as I've said about Gary Phelps, I'll get used to know him. And as I've said, it's not for the faint-hearted. You have to differentiate emotions from reality and the truth.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. And Courtney, the same question to you. You from a totally different, I don't even know, what are you, generation A, X, Y? I don't know. I mean, I've lost track with all this.
Yeah.
I've lost track.
Don't worry.
Okay. So it's not something to do with age or whatever. But
No.
I mean, Courtney, so for you a young person. My son is a bit older than you, but 1 year older than you. But what is it like for you to work with me so closely? What goes through your mind as a young person?
I mean, people label you as so much things, Gary, but people will say you have a big personality. But for me, I just had to get used to working with you, because you push people, you're very honest, and people can't take that. People can't handle that, because they want to be spoon fed. And I think your mentorship, you make it easy to work with you. I think that I've grown so much since starting here, because working with you, I've learned so much as well. And yeah, it's every day. It's just interesting. It's fun.
What's one of your most interesting moments that you can share with the audience?
Every time I go with you to an appointment, it just blows my mind. How you speak to people, the way you deal with the clients, it's inspiring.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
If I can
Let's
just
move
add
on
on,
to, yeah,
if I can
please,
add
Andile,
on
come
to
in.
that,
Yeah.
besides the exterior toughness in Gary, there's a deep passion for real estate
Yeah.
agents, and the commitment, it speaks for itself. So
Yeah.
for everybody out there, definitely make sure that Icon Property is here to paint the Western Seaboard, the Western Cape red. And as our brand image is also red, white, and silver. So we're coming, guys. Wait for us. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Let's move on to the next question. And question number 4. No. Let's go to question number 3. Back to Courtney. Courtney, there's so many young people watching this video. They're still on school, maybe perhaps grade 11, grade 12. Maybe some people are studying. You know, they're thinking about real estate. Maybe they don't even think about the sector. Why would you encourage somebody to join the real estate world?
Why would I encourage them? I think everybody is different and everybody has their own path they wanna build. And real estate is really not just an overnight success. You need to. It's a journey that requires patience. You need to be persistent, and you need to be willing to learn. And one thing that I can say is just stay teachable, stay humble, and just be confident in who you are.
That's wonderful. But why real estate? Why not doctor? Why not? Why would you encourage someone to get into real estate in South Africa?
Well, like you always tell me, Gary, it's a profitable industry, and it's up to you how fast you're willing to grow and the amount of effort you're willing to put in, and the results will speak for itself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's go with that. Andile, what would you say? Why would you encourage somebody? Maybe there's a teacher watching. Maybe there's someone from the insurance industry, the sales sector. We don't know. Why would you encourage somebody to join the real estate industry in South Africa?
Wow. That's a good question. Honestly, I will refer to myself. Oh, by the way, guys, it was my birthday on the 8th of March, on Saturday.
Happy
I'm 59.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Andile. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so I'm 59, and
Wow.
honestly speaking, what I like about the real estate space is because it doesn't have a ceiling. You can work as a teacher up until you are 60, then you're going to be told, now you have reached your ceiling, you are a pensioner, and you have to sit home and rest. Hey guys, at 59, I'm just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Into more real world, a combination of financial stability, combination of personal fulfillment, whereby you make sure that there's growth, ins and outs are there, challenges are there, and the first 3 months to 6 months, I must advise you must have your own financial backup to sustain you. Because as Courtney was saying, in the real estate, you don't gonna get paid for the firm on the first month of your employment. It might take 3 months, 6 months to 9 months. However, if you follow all the training, all the structures, product knowledge about the brand that you are involved in, what is needed and what is expected of you, this is a space for you. Because, as I said, the advantage, there's no ceiling. It's meant for everybody, but at the same time, it's a double-edged sword.
Everyone
Not
can handle
everybody
the
can do
pressure,
it.
though.
What's that, Courtney? Hit us with it. What did you say?
I said not everybody can handle the pressure, though. Not everybody has the spine, as you would say, to just do what it takes to be a real estate agent, because people don't know what it's like. People have this perception that real estate is, easy. But once you come in and then it's like, wow, I didn't sign up for this.
I mean, sorry, Andile, I'll come back to you now, but
Okay.
I mean, Courtney, where does that comment come from? Because obviously, you're saying, listen, you don't know what you signed up for. Give us
Yeah.
an example where you had that moment.
Well, just starting and working on your first deal, the amount of paperwork, the negotiation, the everything you just don't, you just like when you see these shows on Netflix or whatever, you think, oh, it's just nice houses, but to get the stock, to do the paperwork, to do the prep that comes with it, people don't know that.
Wow.
So that's something I didn't expect, but it's fun.
And Andile, back to you, because you said something, and I want to latch onto it. You said that the industry has no ceiling.
Absolutely.
What do you mean by that exactly? What exactly because someone might be watching and saying, what does that mean?
It means the opportunity in the real estate space is overwhelmingly open to anybody, whether you are an educator, whether you are a nurse in a previous employment career, whether you've never done real estate at all. Even I was saying, even if you are in your 50s, in your 60s, in your 70s, you can still do real estate. However, what is more interesting is that the real estate is evolving. What I used to do with other brands 5 and 10 years back is no longer practical. We are moving in the AI world, and we've got automated systems, tools that we are using that fast track the services and the expectation of us as estate agents, especially at Icon Property Group. We are well prepared and well equipped with all the tools that are in the AI space to change the game of the industry and to be more ahead of all other competitors in the field.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. Courtney, you a younger person, you on the phones, you know a little bit more about all these technologies and apps and what as we do, we come from a different time. How do you see real estate unfolding as a young person? How do you see AI coming into it?
I think it helps so much. ChatGPT, I use it every single day. For people that don't know, try it. Yeah, it helps so much. Like you can put the messages that you want to send to your clients in ChatGPT or the emails. It's a big help.
That's amazing. Andile, you've been with us for a while. You're in the Parklands market. You said it's a very difficult market. What is your game plan going forward for 2025 in terms of the real estate space? You have people watching now this video, people that's bought your books, people that knows you personally. How are you going to take your business forward? A word of wisdom. So they're watching you saying, yes, sis, Andile, how in heaven's name are you doing it? How do you balance the books, the family life, the community, the motivational speaking? How do you balance it and build up a multi-million rand real estate business?
Another good one. As they say, do what you love and love what you do. That is why I'm in this space. However, the first thing I need to do, which is going to take a while, is brand awareness into the area, as well as also say, I am a very reliable real estate agent. I am practical. I am committed. I am honest. I am knowledgeable. Ask me anything in the real estate space, whether how you want to invest, how you want to renovate your house before You can price it. How is your house competitive into the area and the market you are selling into? All those I know. So Andile is your next godfather of West Coast Seaboard. Believe me, I'm here not to make friends with the competition. I'm here to take every business to Icon Property Group because we deliver.
Watch the space.
Yes.
Watch the space. You're going to be ready. Watch the space.
Watch
And
the
yes,
space.
guys,
Yeah.
on a more professional level, there's one thing we don't forget that we shouldn't forget as estate agent is that it's always about the client, not about the commission, not about anything else, not about shifting the information or not sharing the pros and cons of the property of the client or the buyer. So it's all about doing your work as an agent. Research the property you're going to sell to the buyer, and the buyer asks questions. What is his expectation of the house he wants to sell? Likewise with the seller. Ask the seller, the previous agent, what did he do? What was not making you happy? Or what do you think was making your property not sellable? Those are the commitment of the estate agent to know the needs of the seller as much as the needs of the buyer. Yeah.
Love it. Courtney, I mean, what's your plans for the year in terms of growing your business? What is your plan? Because a young person could be watching, they possibly inspired by you. What are you, let them into your little business plan, your little world, like my little world, your little world, Andile's little world, but let them into your little world so that they can maybe find inspiration. And as you come back onto the podcast a month, 2, 3 months down the line, they start following you and seeing this girl is not only a talker, she's actually doing what she said she was going to do.
Yeah. So I want to get, like Andile said, brand awareness, especially in the Alderburg area. So like with golf days and getting the gazebos out, getting flyers out, door knocking, as well as working closely with Chulo for social media. Um, I want to get videos out there so that I can target the younger market, and so that it's easier to relate to a younger person. So just to get out there for 2025, like Kobus always says, hou my bier.
Home Biervas. I mean, that's like a famous saying in our office. Absolutely. I love it. Home Biervas. That's wonderful. Let's move on to the next one. Courtney, and second last question for today, and it's quite lekker. So next question, Andile, you keep referring to you need to get brand awareness.
Yes.
But someone out there is watching right now saying, listen, I want to join a company, but they're not popular in my area. Is that a reason why they shouldn't join that company? And are you the brand? And how much brand awareness is it? So let's maybe first deal with how much brand awareness is enough awareness?
How much brand awareness is it there for brand awareness? Well, it's an open-ended question. It depends which tools and techniques you are using to making that brand popular in that particular radius.
But what
However,
would be the popular tools? What would be the popular tools? I mean, at what point does someone say, he's done so much awareness, I'm now in love with him? Or do you not think that we should get out there in front of the homeowners ourselves and let them fall in love with us as a person? Because how many times have you seen people handing out flyers at a robot, but you've never dealt with them and you never will deal with them? Doesn't that really just contradict the whole thing about brand awareness?
Yeah. However, what I was about to say is brand awareness is about the strong building and focus in the relationship with your community, with your business associates in the area, with your...
No, we get that. We get that. That's fine. But I'm not getting back to the question. How much of that before you start making money? What if you run out of money while creating brand awareness? Shouldn't our focus be, what can I do? Who wants to deal with me today that I can make them aware of how great I am, and I can also make money in the meanwhile? How many companies have spent money on brand awareness campaigns and ran out of money before they ever made a cent?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Gary. I agree with you. What I could say is it's not entirely you have to spend by doing brand awareness, probably by changing the strategy of how to get your first big fish. That could be through our technical systems that we are using, like Property 24, scrolling and browsing through to properties that have been listed for more than 3 months and start approaching, building relationship with those owners or sellers.
I want to interrupt you again. You're not yet answering the question. So I'm going to leave Andile on this one until the next time. We'll deal with this brand awareness question because, I mean, there's a lot of people watching right now, a lot of principals, maybe sales managers. And I just find being a sales director that so many people, they do everything except go out there, look for a house to sell and sell it. Yeah. That's the ultimate brand awareness. Because I mean, because I think people want to do road shows, they want to do all of that. But are you getting stock? Are you selling stock? This is the raw behind the scenes conversation. Yeah. And so many agents out there are so busy with everything else except actually speaking to homeowners and taking people to view that house and sell it. So they want all the bells and whistles, but they're not sticking with the core of the business.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. I agree with you. Would you say that is the ultimate brand awareness technique or action, which you just mentioned, like to go out there?
I'm a worst case scenario.
Introduce yourself and all that.
Yeah. So me, this is me. I think about it like this.
Yeah.
If I don't have food on my table, if I am on the last tank of fuel, if I'm on the last 1,000 rand, am I going to spend my week letting people know that I'm in an area, or am I going to go look for somebody that wants to sell and I'll sell it to one of my buyers? What am I going to do? I'm going to sell it to one of my buyers.
Amen.
And that's the issue right there. Is people are so, let's have a coffee meeting. Let's have a this meeting. We forget that real estate is about sales. Absolutely. And there's no better way of creating awareness than to show people how amazing you are. And I mean, if you're watching this podcast, wherever you are, maybe you're watching a 1 minute, leave us a comment on this thing. Do you think that Andile is right, that you should create awareness until there's no more awareness to be created? Or do you think I'm maybe on the right path of saying, show people how amazing you are at what you do and let that create the ultimate awareness? Because action speaks louder than words. That's my take on it. What do you think of that, Andile?
I couldn't agree with you more, because that's what I said. Even the way you have created your teaching techniques and your personality is all about action, not talking. Hence, I was saying, preach what you are preaching. You are doing what you are preaching, and we are learning. However, we cannot have the same personalities at the same time all the time. But the technique and the principle is the same for everyone. I agree with you.
Yeah, personalities are going to vary from person to person. At the end of the day, are you making money or not?
Yeah.
And so I look forward to Andile having him back on the show, because the next time I have him on, I actually want him to talk to the audience about the property that he sold between now and the next podcast. Can't wait for that. And let's talk about how that happened.
Absolutely. I'm going to hold you on to that one.
I'm going to be holding you onto that one. Oh my God, there's some behind the scenes footage that you won't see anytime on another real estate company's channel. You know, people,
Yeah.
while you're watching this thing, is what we want is some of the rawness of the industry to come out.
Yeah,
Never to break anybody down, but sometimes just to let people know this is what happens behind the scenes. And
absolutely.
this is some of the challenges, so that you don't come into the game and then you get a smack in the face. Oh my God, it's tougher than I ever thought it would be. Last word from you, Andile, on that one there.
Well, I must say, each and every day you learn a new skill and a new technique of how to improve oneself. And today, I must say, what I've learned from listening from what you were saying about this brand positioning and forth is about going out there, look for that one property that your buyers will be interested to buy.
Simple as that.
Absolutely.
As
That's
simple
my
as
word
that.
of the day. That's my word of the day.
That's your word of the day. My gosh. We've got 5 minutes left. Let's make it count. Courtney, for you as well. One of your big challenges is that you are in the office quite a bit. You're not getting out there in a vicious way. That's obviously having an impact on your business. But Courtney, what's your plan of action going forward? I mean, leading up to the next podcast, what success story do you want to share with a worldwide audience?
Honestly, a success story. I obviously just want to share that, I've made my first R1,000,000 or, you know, but moving forward, I do want to get out there. I'm working closely now with my colleagues as well, and social media, and just ultimately getting out there is what I want to do and what I should be doing.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. The next time we're on, share with, I think I've made a note of it actually to say, I would love you to share how you got out more, how it changed your business. I know that you recently just sold the property, but it would be great for you to sell another one so that when you get back onto the podcast, you can actually share that story with the people.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Watch this space. Watch this space. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Andile, closing, what do you take from today? Just being on this podcast, what do you want? What do you take from it? Number one.
Most people, they wake up every morning saying, I'm going to work and so forth. I think for me, every time I think of Icon Property, I'm thinking of my purpose. So for me, this is not just work, this is purpose. This is what I want to see doing in the next 3 years, next 5 years, in the next 10 years. So yeah, I think that will do for this podcast. I'm here for a purpose, not just working.
And what is that purpose?
Purpose will be to make a difference in the community's selling and buying business space, making a difference in my own financial growth and development, making a purpose also in ensuring that Icon Property Group is one of the key players in the game.
Thank you for that. Courtney, what do you take from today, just being here? While you're talking to the audience, I mean, what have you learned about yourself being in front of the camera on this podcast?
Just to take ownership of your own path, of your own real estate journey, whether you want to be in real estate or not. Um, everything has its challenges and its learning curves, and it's just ultimately all about the effort that you're willing to put in and the work that you're willing to put in. And that's something that will stick with me.
Okay, that's amazing. I want to move on to a bonus question for our audiences. I didn't write it down, but here's a bonus question. Let's see how honest you guys can be. Andile, you're 59. What is your biggest fear at this point of your life still?
Well, I wouldn't say it's failure. I would say my biggest fear is to act like a leader and yet I'm not a leader.
So you said, what did you just repeat that? So you're saying you act like a leader, but you're not a leader? Am I understanding you correctly?
No. I'm saying I don't want to act like a leader. I am a leader, yes, but I don't want to act like one, yet my performance is not speaking the same tone as my understanding.
Got you. Got you. So what you're saying is you want your numbers to line up with your personality. You want your numbers to line up with this action and this persona that you're giving off.
Yes.
That's
And
very
with
vulnerable.
also,
That's amazing.
and also with the property group that I'm associated with, ICON, I want to uplift and the confidence that ICON Property Group is a reliable and sustainable company that people can do business with.
Right. So your biggest fear is that your actions, your results is not lining up with how you see yourself
At the moment.
at the moment. And how are you
like
going to change that? You're 59. How are you going to change that? We're running out of time. I got to push you for an answer.
I'm going to change that by simply doing what you told me to do this podcast. Go out there, Andile, change numbers, get houses, provide the buyers with what they are needing in stock, and take it from there.
Exactly. Courtney, we got about a minute left. What is your biggest fear as a 19-year young person? Your biggest fear?
I would honestly say not being successful. Yeah, just not being able to to be there for myself, financially. But I would also say it's not all about the money. It's also the relationships you build along the way. But yeah, just not being successful. And like you always say, people always have this obsession with success, but um, they don't put in the effort that's needed for that success. And that's something that I'm also scared of, because I don't want to fall into that trap of not putting in the effort to become or to be where I want to be.
100%. So do you feel, are you of the opinion that you don't put in all the effort that you know you can put in?
Of course.
Do you feel you're holding back?
Yeah.
Guys, it's been wonderful having you. And thanks for coming. My name is Gary Phelps, Icon Property Group TV. Hope you enjoyed that. And please like, subscribe, follow, and share, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear back from you. Until next time, let's say goodbye to everyone. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Out. Cut. Thank you.